this is the real question that do I leave the song to finish? Devil Trigger is a long song, chat. Gosh. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. It's Yozo time. I'm under the table. Sorry, chat. I was too busy, pleasuring my wife. Oh, hi, Yozo! Hello, it's me. It's Yozo time. Yippee! Hi, everyone. Get out of the table. No! Which one? I have many wives. I am unfaithful, you could say. Hi, Chichira! Oh, hi, Yoza! Hello! Hello, everyone. Today, we're gonna do something that I don't do that often. Which is, I'm gonna play a game that I haven't read any reviews. And I haven't seen anyone play. It might be bad. I'm just going in raw dogging. I'm raw dogging a game. I haven't heard of this one. I saw it on sale. And then I was like, political game, huh? I saw that it reviewed quite well on Steam. That's all I have. I booted it up and it did give me like a bunch of content warnings. So it's nominated for a BAFTA. That seems something that I would be vaguely interested in. Any fun content warnings? Well, okay, it said that if I got all of the content warnings, that it would be spoilers. So I haven't looked at the content warnings. we are content warning free. I think it's better to just go in without the content warnings, but I am gonna let you know that there are content warnings. If you're a type of person that like requires content warnings, maybe look them up. maybe look them up. Maybe use your brains. But we're doing a little treat today. We're getting a little political. We're gonna do some censorship, but I thought it would be good for me to tell you that don't. If you see, I don't know, some politicalness or whatever, it's not my fault. I want content warnings. If women are on this stream, that's true. Too bad. Women here today. Women here. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of do something different. I've been doing different things a lot lately. Hi, Hugs! Do you think people are... I think... Okay, it's a political game, right? But I think my general wokeness scares off people. I think you know, like I don't think we have that many right-wing raccoons. I think we're a very leftist channel. You think? Okay, I'm gonna go so far. I hope. Radcom plays not for broadcast. That's true. I am so right wing. You don't know. Yeah, okay, me too. I love decreasing benefits for people in need and giving them to billionaires. Also, hi Riska! Hi Gaza. I think we should give Elon Musk more money. Don't he has such good innovations, like stealing money from the government and complaining on Twitter. I think he's a revolutionary genius of our time, actually. Yeah, firing critical workers and then having to pay them more to come back. That's how you know he's about efficiency, lads. In New Zealand, oh, actually, there's been 2 New Zealand drama. Do you want to hear New Zealand political drama, as always? We do have mentally ill Yozo today. Okay, so there's two dramas going in New Zealand right now. So, recently, I would say maybe in the last, definitely within the last like 5 years, um, we introduced school lunches. I know that like this is not a revolutionary thing for other places, but we're a bit slow. We're a bit slow in New Zealand, and so like feeding children probably a good thing. Just like hypothetically, eating at school. So we introduced school lunches, and that was our leftist party that introduced school lunches. Because I think that's fair. I think children need food. I'm aggressively communist, chat. I am such a huge commie scum. Fuck them again. You're right. You're right. But so basically what happened is that our new conservative government came in and was like, hey, these are too expensive. Children should not have expensive good food. A a quote on Twitter was made by our like kind of rad right leader who said that the children were eating woke food like quinoa and sushi. Yozo. So every time you eat sushi, remember that is incredibly woke. So they've decided to move from the woke food to mass-produced food. So now instead of like having local suppliers give kids like nutritious food, we have like American tier slop that is just mass-produced by an international company. They also supply our prisons. But the best bit is that like a couple of times people have taken the school lunches that are just like meat slop to like the debate chamber in in our like equivalent of like the Pentagon, I guess, and they go to the guy who set up this like policy and was like, can you eat it? And he just refused to eat it. They're like, please, can you just like eat a little bit of it? And they're like, no. And they're like, so you're saying kids can eat this, but you're not gonna eat it? And he's like, why did you rob some kid of their lunch? So, and then the other thing that happened is, they were having supply issues, so everyone just got pies for lunch. Just meat pies, which is pretty funny, because that is very unhealthy. They're acting unprofessional? Yeah. Yeah, but I want to see him eat it real bad. I want our current prime minister to eat some, like, meat slop prison and go, yummy. Yummy meat slop prison. So that is the first drama that's kind of happening right now. And then the second drama we have, which is is actually kind of international. So Rainbow Six, I think, the Ubisoft game, I think that's Rainbow Six, recently introduced a character from New Zealand, which is like neat, I guess. But then they made the person come from Christchurch and their birthday be March 15, which is the place and time where we have had our only mass shooting. Which I don't know. I don't know why they would like I don't understand why. Like it's so specific too that I feel like someone's like put it in as an Easter egg. But they picked the literally only bad combo of both place and birthday.
How this
Like-
date seems important for some reason. Let's go with that.
Yeah, this seems important for some reason. Yeah, let's just put it in. Let's put like a shooting game character and make their birthday our only mass shooting. Okay. Which a lot of people are saying, "Hey, it doesn't matter. It's just a mistake." But I think it's like quite fucked up actually. Arigato. I think it's like not a mistake and someone did it on purpose. Like sweat emoji. Also, that mass shooting chat is what killed subscribe to PewDiePie movement. I don't know if you remember, but like back in the day, it was like a meme phrase that you would say subscribe to PewDiePie so he's the most subscribed person over T-Series. But the shooter at the beginning of his mass shooting goes subscribe to PewDiePie, which is also like it's horrific. It's not great. It's not great, chat. So that's the drama in New Zealand right now. Thanks Ubisoft. You should, make someone else's birthday Columbine or something. I don't know. But I think Ubisoft is kind of in the garbage anyways. So yeah, thanks Ubisoft, go die. Don't do New Zealand stuff ever again, thanks. They can use my birthday. Yeah, you can use my birthday. They probably have used my birthday. Chat, don't be born on like a C tier holiday. It's not even a holiday. It's a like there's other people that have like Christmas birthdays. I don't know if I would prefer having a Christmas birthday. Holiday tier list. The best holiday is Christmas, chat. Then the rest of them. V for Vendetta, yeah. Me, Guy Fawkes. They even removed the fireworks for Guy Fawkes in New Zealand, so I don't get fireworks on my birthday anymore. 9/11. Yeah, 9/11. The American character should be born on 9/11. Anyways, before we get too political, here's a political game! Yippee! Yippee, yippee, yippee! Again, content warning for those who need it. I'm going in blind, but, yeah. If you... Please go look up a content warning if you're a kind of person that needs content warnings. Nice segue, thank you. I'm a professional streamer. Content warning, there will be content of some description. Good luck, have fun. Get spooked, get spooked, get spooked. I might need to fuck around with the audio for a bit. But, be there, have fun. Politics, just like sitting on TV with my parents. Well, this is what it is. So what I know of the game is that there's gonna be stuff on the screen and you gotta censor it. You gotta I am the censorship man. I am the TikTok communist spy in your phone. I gotta make it sound worse. I would like to. I haven't bought any of the DLC. We'll see.
We're only getting started.
I'm pretty excited, actually. I'm very excited. Oh, okay. Story mode. Non-broadcast mechanics are off. Viewers are very forgiving. Viewers are never forgiving. Like papers, please. 40 hours of F&B. Less challenging, non-broadcast mechanics are less demanding. Viewers don't switch off so easily. Recommended. Balanced. Showrunner. A real challenge. Non-broadcast mechanics more frequent and more difficult. Viewers stop watching quicker. Custom. We'll just do the recommended one. Forgive me, chat.
That's all
For
coming
starting
up.
late.
National Nightly News.
Hello, TV. Chat, when's the last time you used a TV? I'm turning off a TV right now. I am a broadcaster. It's kind of bright, actually. But my internet died. I don't even think I have TV in my house. Oh, people! Select a screen before the broadcast starts. Don't wait until you're live. Okay. The election! Oh, chat, we are what you call... D. Oh, phone.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know
gotta
you've already come
change
in to
this so you
clean
can
up the
see.
place,
Hold up,
but
chat.
I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so
Is
if
this
you're not
Five
doing
Nights
it
at
already,
Freddy's?
look forwards towards one of those screens.
Chat, is this Five Nights at Freddy's? Is this Five Nights at Freddy's? Are there politics? I'm not sure. Maybe. Chat, I think we're white. We're like really white.
Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You
Okay.
want to keep the viewers going up. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only
Okay.
a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control.
Okay.
Now the four small screens on the left show
Okay.
the different signals coming from the studio.
Okay.
And you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through
Okay.
it and you'll pick it up in no time.
Okay.
Now, have a look to your left.
Chat, this is like a job. Hi, Nuggy! Are you ready for job time?
These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Chat, this is just Five Nights at Freddy.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain.
Oh, fuck!
Okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast.
Fuck!
Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
My Salad Weekly. Okay.
Right, the tapes are loaded and we're all ready for when we get to the first ad break.
Okay,
That's
okay.
great. Any second now, you should be getting a signal
Jesus
through from the
Christ.
studio. Stay on your toes, mate. It's election night, so all eyes are on this room. We do not want to get fired. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me cry.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing
okay.
figures.
Every day.
Is this
more
the
phone calls
president?
Every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going in 5, 4.
Okay.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Oh,
Okay,
wait.
we're all good.
Fuck.
Next thing is going to be to throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well.
Fuck,
Just
what?
relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Total
I'm not-
Independent
what?
And corners the flowered market. Top chat.
I don't like that
Sports
there's
fans
two
everywhere
things.
celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hams leaves.
What am I supposed to be doing?
And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And
Why
of
is it
course,
beeping?
we'll be going down to advance headquarters to hear
Oh,
what
okay.
the leaders of this fledgling
8,
party have to
7,
say on their
6,
historic
5,
Button 2,
4, 3, 2, 1. Beep.
Lovely, mate.
Yeah!
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Okay. 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 Oh, this is kind of stressful.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
I did it! Yippee!
Get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use
What?
that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual
Oh,
policy
fuck.
and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat.
Why am I
to
getting
Advance's
Hackerman,
overwhelming
chat?
mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary
Right, it's
Jeffrey
going well. All you got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't
Okay.
play it too early or we'll all get
What?
fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over
Okay.
there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll
Chat,
count
this
you
is
into it as well,
stressful.
but keep your eye on the clock.
to hear the co-leader
This
acceptance speech.
chat.
3,
Oh fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Ranker Snatch is running late.
Oh,
I think we'd ask him about the election.
personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
That's all right, he doesn't remember anything I
Oh,
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Me too.
Yeah.
meal deal.
Mate, it's the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit tricky.
I'm job
This next
time.
sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting.
That's what
A lot of
multicam
it's down to
means.
personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking.
Okay.
2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's
Chat, I'm doing a fucking job.
pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it
I don't know how to edit my own videos.
now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start.
Jesus.
Try and stay ahead, mate.
Okay.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
Okay. Okay. Time to learn. No! I refuse to learn.
3.
Okay. Chat.
Welcome
Screen
back
1,
to the
Jeremy.
news.
Don't yell at me!
Shock election winners advance. But first
Get
up,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy.
What?
Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear.
Go to 3, go to
Oh,
3.
what the? Shut the fuck up! I wanted to do the wide one.
For the wide now.
Fine.
Say having you here.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated? Yeah.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked
Oh fuck!
several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter,
No! I made a mistake.
right, this has been.
No!
I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story.
Been on that show a bit long.
A love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think
Dude,
it's
why
good for
is he
everything.
backseating me
It's,
so
I'll
much?
see who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it,
This is so hard.
what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding.
What the?
Giving. Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference.
I liked to cut to her looking disgusted.
For little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
Today, of course, we're announcing legal change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, historic election?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
How do I...
I've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
How do I deal with the
Looks like
swears?
Blunderclash is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's
Oh,
a
fuck.
bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold
What?
down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by
Oh, fuck.
dragging right.
What the
Get
fuck?
the speed right. Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
What the fuck is this? Chat! Why am I getting Hackerman?
Chubbly, mate. Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time, push upwards.
You told me, but I didn't listen. Doctor. I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
Chat.
You need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
This is too much work. No one works this hard at their job.
The virus.
Come on!
This formula, this is the key.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Bloody perfect.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Okay. Okay. I love ad breaks. I love ads. 2, 1.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words.
Okay.
As you've probably noticed, the
No
broadcast
fucks, chat.
here is about 2 seconds
Wait.
behind the master screen. Here, when someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to
Rick,
hold down
I mean
the bleep
beep.
button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts.
I have my own swear
It can
book.
take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to
Dude,
have
why
the
is this
volume
guy
up
shitting on
a
me?
little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
What am I meant to be
Mate,
doing?
if you don't turn up the broadcast volume, you won't be able to time your bleeps.
Oh, okay,
It's set
okay.
to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro.
I don't want to hear two things at once.
Lights up, count 1.
I'm not a professional, I'm a raccoon!
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for
I
the
don't
broadcast to go live. That's too late.
I don't want to
If you use
listen
the
to two
number
things at
buttons on
once.
your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Okay.
The country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm
Hello.
told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I
Get
start?
ready to bleep.
Go for it, Pat.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming, and
Oh.
well,
Drunk
where
old
do I start?
man!
What a day!
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern
Oh.
bastard.
Oh, he's racist!
But you, the people,
You only got a bit
you
of a
saw
word.
right through their shite.
I'm
Oh.
sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Perfect.
But to be honest, who
This
can
is
blame
stressful,
Peter for
chat.
Celebrating?
This is
Throughout the
several
campaign,
people's
you've
jobs.
heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They
Oh, let's go?
shouldn't be celebrating.
Let's go?
They should be putting their shitting pants
Oh.
on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate.
Rich people, put on your
Before
shitting
we came out
pants!
here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced.
I
a
like that you have to
definitive
jump
list of
cut,
every
like,
person in
every
the
2
country with wealth
seconds.
into the millions.
You know the sort of probably you rather you don't. Because the likes
What?
of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a
Why-
sweeping reform.
which
of
one
the
was a
tax system in this
swear?
country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard
Oh,
public
fuck.
school
Busted.
snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports.
What?
You want them back?
What?
You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of war
I don't think taking people's passports is a good idea.
to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The
Tell me.
pundits said we'd have to raise billions, but you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite.
Oh,
So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. People whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
what the?
Down for the whole
Today.
word.
We are coming for your sports
What do you
cars and your
mean?
mansions and your vineyard.
It
Ferret
ends
shite!
today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
Oh.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Nailed it.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully,
What do you
we got that
mean?
worked out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble.
What do you mean? I tried my
As
hardest!
the country braces itself.
Fine!
That's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, ad
Have
time.
A peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Oh,
Old boring politics. Then.
job time.
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be. So
My
lucky.
salad weekly.
I'll see you
Every
tomorrow
week.
night.
Get a
Knock
new
on,
salad.
Nope, got a date.
Try not to get murdered.
What the fuck? Okay. Chat, we did good.
Finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3
I gotta see!
It shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade.
What do you mean?
Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy.
What do you mean?
How it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
More info.
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You got a graph there showing you what the audience did.
It's just the swearing? Dude, fuck you. What if I want? What if I want my fuck words in my fucking broadcast? Huh?
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you
Oh.
have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
Oh, true. I have no shears.
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the
Oh.
bottom, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
What if I make the world a bad place, chat? Chat, are we gonna make the world a bad place, or are we gonna make the world a good place? I kinda wanna put some fake news up. Okay.
Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
How do I load the tape? Load tape.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news.
I know.
But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up
Really?
later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of...
Do I have to watch this? Fuck, he's yapping. You can hit back. Okay.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
What is a rush?
This is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast.
I see.
The difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go.
Oh.
When you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Oh. Spoopy. Hey, Shidos.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh no, I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bonehead.
Oh.
I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it.
The fighting.
I agreed to do one
Ooh.
beastly interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming.
And then I guess the adverts are just adverts. Okay. What if I can put the adverts just for political shit? Yippee! You arrive home and find a post on the Met. Must be nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you and you open it. I'm gonna become an alt-right grifter, I think. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. I'm gay? Chat, I'm gay. Actually, Alex is gay, girl. No, I'm gay. I'm gay with 2 kids. I'm so gay. I guess Sam could also be a boy or a girl's name. You know what? I'm gonna say that we're both gay men. That's what I want. I want to be a gay with two kids. 2 kids. I'm gay. The rest of the questions left for you to complete. Upon starting a new job, you would ease yourself and orientate yourself with the new facility, be productive and get to work, be friendly and introduce yourself. I would introduce myself. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would I would recommend that your colleague reports it. I'm not like a bitch. An entire department was fired today for inconsistent underperformance. Oh, God bless America. At will employment? Yes. Your boss has put new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would I would stay late because I'm a good patriot. It's the annual company barbecue, and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to a nice day with friends and family. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memory, give an honest reviews of pros and cons, focus on issues and challenges. I would suck up real bad. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, attend political rallies. Who would do that? Who would do that, actually? Encourage to support your children with their hobbies, play in your local sports team. I'm a good dad. I'm a good dad. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, go somewhere unfamiliar, structured day out at a theme park, romantic getaway. Theme park. I'm a good dad! I'm a good fucking dad! It's most important that the government keeps people... Oh, part of me wants to say free because I can be an American. If I say equal, I'm not gonna end up on the bad boy route, I think. But I think if I go safe or free, both of these are like very right-wing. I kind of want to be an alt-right grifter, chat. You know, I kind of want to roleplay as a... I think putting equal... The government is not gonna, I'm gonna put happy, because that's... Really, what does happiness mean? They can't out me as a communist if I put happy. Sign my name. A family matter. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. I like that all of the names are gender neutral. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers, but I need a favor, and you're the only one that I can ask. No problem, what's on? You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff. The Assets and Wealth Act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. Oh, Rutro! Rutro, I thought with the lime green suitcase that they would be, like, gay and we could be friends. But... Rutro! Lazy, stop taking people's money! Chris, my son is an alt-right grifter! I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris adds hastily. But they can afford it. People like me, we're gonna lose everything. I'm sorry, but taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't sound so bad. Okay, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna go to someone struggling and be like, hey, you have too much money. They're gonna take everything, Alex. Everything I've spent my life building. I can't let that happen. I need a favor. Chris's eyes found the floor tiles. I need to borrow your passport? Why? 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 They've taken mine in half the bloody countries. But people always say you and I look similar, so... Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze accounts. Please, Alex. I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Chat, are we gonna give him our passport? We could give him our passport and say, if he gets caught, that they stole it, right? I can get another? Fuck no? Well, okay. I would be, like, pro giving them asylum, right? But, like... The fact that he's like, me and my money makes me not want to help. You know, like, me and my money, I don't want to help someone that says me and my money. Sell him the passport. You know what? It can't be that serious. Give me money. Chris's mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated your children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? Chat. I feel bad, but I'm gonna say no. I'm a law-abiding Andy. Fine, I'll solve this myself, Chris spits. So much for family loyalty, yay. Grabbing the neon fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. The peeling face now seems to bore into you. The knot in your stomach tightens. Screw the 1% was the achievement I got. Chad, I'm sticking by my guns. Leave, rich people. I don't care. Oh, work time. Work time. Oh, it's phone time. Hello. Hi, Dave.
Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
Okay.
You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You know, load the tapes under the desk. Look down. You might want to have a bit of a think about it.
Should we play this one? Is this toy safe? Alright, chat. We're putting it on! We're putting it on, lads! We're putting it on!
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again. And the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them.
Do they?
Pick image A on the left
Oh.
bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen.
Okay.
Here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision.
Oh, I have to make choices.
And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them.
Alright, I'ma shit on everyone.
So like with the adverts, choose carefully. And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts
Yeah!
10 seconds, everybody.
Janice!
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4,
I'm a doofus?
3.
No, I'm working right now. Chat.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office.
Oh, the
we
bad
asked
one.
exactly
Wait,
who's
which one of
winning.
these is the bad one?
Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the assets
Wait,
and
I'm
wealth
alright
and raising
grifting!
living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future.
Ruh-roh!
With the old,
Ruh-roh!
have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is
Gambling.
a risk for the giant mega corporation. Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs.
Snugglehugs!
Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint.
What?
The recently discovered cave system was previously thought on
Dante's taint?
Thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flood technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. Many were surprised when the two scientists, who've shared a fractious rivalry for many years, decided to undertake this expedition in each other's company. However, the two have released a joint statement.
I
in which they
like the
opine
posing.
Geniuses don't
It
have
looks-
to like each other to achieve remarkable results. Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamston
Oh, puking.
snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating.
Chat, have you ever been to
Sports
Bush?
Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing
I'm
to
gonna
the police
ask cops
and
about
less
the
and less
justice
oversight,
system. Let's go!
I'm using Advance's and Megan Wolf will be the young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, fuck this shit! I'm being hack-a-manned! Alright.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in
Alright,
office.
get ready to
and what the
censor.
new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up.
The free man's
The
guide to
government
waking
certainly
up.
haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves. We're just in
Oh.
prettier cages.
Oh,
That's
based?
confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no.
I love being a slave.
Realise that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I-
will not be a war as we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons.
Dude, I love this
level
guy so
entire cities.
much.
We're talking
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to the house to hypno brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Advance are radical and changes are but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming.
Oh.
The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
Oh fuck.
Based on the facts. Katie,
Where's
what are
the
your predictions?
where's the pedophiles?
Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as
Am I allowed to say
funding our public
pedophiles?
services, they're already unfunded. They're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like
Is
opiates.
that-
See?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Ellen?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. We're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Ellen, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1
minute back.
Mr. Snuggle Hugs!
Some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've done some shit in my life.
Kids, you love dangerous toys!
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know what she meant.
Mr. Snuggle Hugs, can I turn the ad side on? Okay.
Incredible real action.
He won't die in a fight. Bye.
Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly. Mr. Snugglehugs in stores now and selling out fast.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team.
I'm being
to move this
hackamened.
serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy,
Why is he a
massively
skinhead,
understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
It must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Oh, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy.
Oh.
There just simply isn't
Oh,
enough being
Hackerman.
done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg.
We need more support from ministers. Helen, what are you doing? Oh, we need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Fine, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I Totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all.
Why
long
am
for
I
a
always
return to the
getting
days when you could
hackermaned?
safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel...
Oh, fuck.
Anymore. Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
I made a mistake.
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral
Ruh-roh.
decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have...
Oh, fuck no!
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies,
Oh,
maybe.
fuck.
It's all in the Bible.
That's a slur!
It states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody glimpse escaped. Delia?
Oh, fuck!
Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space.
Whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty. Mummy said,
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said, get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive!
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on the artifacts. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault,
I went too early.
burglary, and menacing a swan. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony.
Way!
Way!
It's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously,
Way!
come by.
Oh.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony.
Way!
Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony.
Oh.
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy.
Titwank Tony.
But,
Way!
since you've been in custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris.
Oi, oi!
And Vampire Chris.
Oh!
This one's, yeah?
Yep. 1 sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just look it up to it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Oi, oi! Oh.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
Oh.
Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we
Oh!
seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that.
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think
Titwank Tony!
Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How is it
Hey!
Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Think whack, Tony.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed.
How do I turn the...
Christmas elephant. Let's right, I've got this.
How do I turn the broadcast...
Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be?
This is on you. 10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5.
Okay.
4. 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf. And on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first
Welcome's
of the
Black.
Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
What the fuck?
Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle
I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's the most beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audience.
What?
And they touch us right back.
What?
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
Yeah. That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about...
Hello, Mike. No.
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally all out. Fucking brilliant.
So, let's have a
Oh,
look
fuck.
at a short
No!
section of Hey.
Fuck! I forgot about the fuck.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
What's
around
the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh, heavens
What?
It's Gary the Fist.
Why did it give me an angry? What do you mean?
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths
no.
is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads.
Chat, I told you about the gay dads!
You're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all 3 of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. You could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Oops.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I'm afraid of your cruel laugh. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Wait.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't
What?
exist. But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
What?
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Kino!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News.
Kino!
Here
Kino!
are headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Kino!
I believe that was art.
That was on. Oh, it's the book!
Belief about adequate
Right in front of you. I don't want to scare you, but you should be scared.
There must be something in the food!
I don't want to upset you, but You should weep for the world. Your poor, sweet grandma. And I don't mean to shock you, but... You need to wake up! I'm Alan James!
Alan James, Kina!
You'll still be picking facts out of your face the following Wednesday!
Alan James, coming to a city near you. Check local press for dates and times.
Beautiful. Oh, I got an A this time, chat. I received a small bonus! I'm still poor. Oh, people were not very happy with what I was doing. Oh, the world is going worse. That's okay, though. I'm good at the rhythm game, chat. I remember teletext. You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you in the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scroll. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent! Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this is your fault now, is it? You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you were gonna watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but it always makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same without Sam. You still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looked at you the way only a child can. Pleading, but somehow defiant. No, it's a school night! It's a school night! Charlie's voice gets louder and louder as he seems you're not gonna change your mind. You pretend that it's for my own good, but you really want to be left alone. I fucking hate you! He hesitates. He knows he's gone too far, but in his rage he can't bring himself to back down. Before you can open your mouth, he storms up the stairs and slams his door. I chicken before I hit the bed. You knock on Charlie's door and there's no answer. You quietly open it. Your son is under the duvet, sulking. He's determinedly facing the wall, but once it's clear you're not leaving until he talks to you, he sighs and turns to face you. He needs to learn to control his temper. He apologizes. See, I'm a good dad. I'm a good dad! Chat, I think you can trust me with your children. A tight Christmas? Lewd? Oh, hydrate. Chat, your Christmas is looking a little tight today. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You always did have a soft spot for Christmas. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Ooh. I'ma talk to Grandma. Your mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself with a start of recognition. Why yes, Alex, it's lovely, she murmurs. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. I make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone! I'm glad we're all here! There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you. Chris? Sighs Sam. Come on now, it's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? I wasn't talking to you! Let's just enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter, Susie, seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. Susie rolls her eyes. You know how me and my friend are planning on going traveling this year? Well, I was hoping you'd help me with money. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Susie. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Shut the fuck up, Chris! I'm just gonna ignore him. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so many other cultures. Dude, is my daughter gonna get radicalized on a trip overseas? You know how money is really tight now that Grandma's staying here? We just don't have that kind of money, Susie. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. Okay. Dude, I am really poor. We'll find a way to make it work. I'll let her get radicalized. No, I have one son who is 14 and a daughter who's 19. Sam interrupts. I'm sorry, were you gonna consult me on this, or were you just gonna carry on pretending that I don't exist? You feel your cheeks flush red so that Chris can't see. You know, you haven't been the most attentive lately. This rebuke seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten. But luckily for someone, I agree. This is a great opportunity, and I'm sure we can find the money somewhere. Dude, my wife hates me. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear the plates in silence. Have you been having a nice birthday, Pat? Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry fucking Christmas! Yeah, she could have said something. Dude, my wife's a bitch. Oh, money! Money! You're leafing through a pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight. Until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending your passports for approval. We can now confirm the receipt and validation for the new Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Oh, let's go! Money! We're getting our Doge bucks! As such, it is our pleasure to enclose a check in which we hope you see it as a symbol, not only for our gratitude to you, but our unwavering commitment for creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can't believe you're awake. A check! And a sizable one at that. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards together. Let's go! Trump bucks! Trump bucks! What are you gonna spend your freedom dividend on, chat? Why does the zip with this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year, you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some time alone where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bossman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Oh, fuck. My wife is gonna kill me. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 AM start. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and fury. What are you gonna tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. Oh, chat. I'm gonna go ruin everyone. I'm gonna go into work. You sigh heavily. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply. Of course you are. Too much to expect for you to put your family first for once. God forbid. I don't know why I bother, Alex. I really don't. And with that, Sam's gone. My wife hates me. She hates me! Whatever, I'd be better off without her. The BBC will remember this? Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forwards together. My son is in Hitler Youth! No! Oh fuck, what do I do? What do I do? No! Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts the form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home so you won't have to do anything. Chat. Do I let my kid join Hitler Youth? I'ma let him do it. My son, he's so happy. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active part of the community. This can only be a good thing. This can only be a good thing. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to see the post sorted into piles. Sam has taken to doing it recently. Most of it is usual rubbish. But a letter with the ever increasingly familiar Advance logo, urgent, respond immediately, plastered on the front, corresponding with urgent red font, grabs your attention. Dear Winston residents, this letter to inform you that the Advance government has taken another step towards our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnership Bonds program ensured that wealth created by people is delivered to the people. Let's go! Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent, high performance and financial security. Please note, returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. Okay, we have Eye of the Beholder Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or culture, we see the beauty in all our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Or Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel, but even some to use time. We do the cum one, right? we're picking the cum one, not Eye of Beholder. Or do you want to do Crazy Neil? Stealing is pretty pog. I don't want to partner with someone who's not evil. I don't think they're gonna make money. Okay, we'll do Neil's Deals. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form using the envelope provided. You'll receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 months. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together. Alright. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. You step out of your old car in silence. Sam slams her door and you wince, hoping the door won't come off its hinges. You don't say anything now. Now's not the time. As you approach the front desk, you feel physically sick. The police officer! My daughter got radicalized overseas! Eventually, after what seems like an eternity, your daughter is brought out by an officer with a kind face. She's a good kid, but if we pick her up for graffiti again, we will have to charge her. You nod and apologize on Susie's behalf. Sam hugs your shell-shocked daughter. As you shake her hand, the officer lowers her voice. And keep her away from that boy, and I think she'll be fine. Chat, what have you been doing with my daughter? In the car, you attempt to broach the subject, but Susie refuses to say a word. After a while, you just give up your questions about who this boy might be and just drive. Hours later, you stare at the ceiling, worrying. The stillness in the bedroom is the only sign that Sam is also wide awake. Who is Susie hanging out with? Why is she acting out? Oh. I got an achievement that says align yourself with the advanced agenda. Chat, I think I'm racist. Rutroll. Editing too quickly will annoy people. I see. Rutroll.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here.
Oh, it's Bossman.
While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it.
Oh.
You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp.
Check your prostate. We'll do that last. And we'll do Crazy Neil first.
that well, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talk to you.
You're probably just really awful.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Woman.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight,
Oh,
in an
I gotta
exclusive
pick one.
live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
Critics have been quick to dismiss the graffiti as a publicity stunt or an act of frustration by a tiny,
Spooky.
disorganized group of those who will never, under any circumstances, be content.
A house divided. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, embittered doctors Ingrid Sforsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering two possible options to end the growing tensions.
Since splitting into two opposing camps on day 4 of the expedition,
You know, let's do an arms race.
Dr. Wong's team have successfully prototyped what they're calling shanks of deterrence, while Dr. Sforsborg
Arms
and
race,
Horgensvoord
arms
claims
race,
to have
arm
fashioned
race.
a deadly toxin for the tips of her group's spears. I certainly wouldn't want to knock over their test tubes, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, "They've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the rest of it too." And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Fallen angel, notorious addict Johnny Hamsleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly
Oh, he's gay!
these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health.
I'm picking the gay picture.
Since being banned from the national squad earlier this year after urinating on a referee during a friendly against East Grinchley, things seem to have gone
Are they
from bad
fighting?
to worse for Hamsleeves.
Is his once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sports?
And radical ideas. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced
Remington?
a surprising new project that already has the markets raising an eyebrow.
Known for taking risks and bold strategies, could the adventurous CEO be leading the business giant down a
Moops.
dark alley, or taking it to a new level of success?
We understand the Mobile Orientation Operational Burrowing Service will be a new international travel system.
I
based
think we
around
should burrow from the
construction of
Earth.
a major tunnel through the centre of the Earth. Sophia Remington claims it will make travelling from one side of the world to the other the matter of an afternoon. Geologists are concerned about the implications of digging a hole through the planet, while flat earthers claim it should be quite easy.
We have an exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Well, I'm getting Hackamand. It's helpful that I get Hackamand only during like the segments I don't have to pay attention.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs,
Oh, no!
we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock.
No,
the 10
Timmy!
years affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000
Oh my
casualties,
God!
might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock.
Oh, I killed this kid!
Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all.
What?
What you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. Wasn't your
Oh, I'm gonna
fault.
hack him in.
As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
And you be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Oh, yes, that'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm.
Oh, stop heckamanning me.
Before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be for just $89.99. And then it's a general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. You know what's under there?
Staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children started calling him Timmy 3. and with his glasses, that's 5.
Eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
All right, that's quite
you,
enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here. with
There's
this
too
camera,
many eyes,
the fire
chat.
of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal?
question. And now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, babe. Come on.
Mr.
No. Oh, your poster, your favourite poster. Timmy, are you okay? Oh.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of the indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back. Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Oh, it's Crazy Neil.
Bed and crazy cushion Easter extravaganza! We're gonna give you crazy bed prices. You want just a mattress? We gotta ship them, they're water damaged. And we don't mean a little light drizzle. We mean soaking, they're taking up space. This has got a crazy feel.
Alex, Boson, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the Sports Board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news.
I want to see fannies on the news.
Neil, this Easter. Don't be lazy. Let's get crazy. You want to sleep on your lawn? We've got flower beds. We haven't even got shrubbery. You want to sleep hammock? We'll throw in the trees for free. You need a sleeping bag? We've got men's sleeping bags, boys' sleeping bags, couples' sleeping bags you could sleep in upside down with just your feet out. We got beds you could sleep on your front, back, head. You got piles, we got cushions for miles. Michelangelo spent all his time on his back painting because he couldn't afford a bed. And we say we're going to come down on prices so hard they're going to look flatter than an elephant in a pancake
throwing competition.
It's an Easter deal with Neil Appeal.
You want to come down and arm wrestle me? Ah!
National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan, you joined me live
Sports
here for the final of
Board!
the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending.
See the fannies on the
Tommy,
news?
the fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on.
Striker
And,
go first.
Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris.
I don't know what's happening here.
For shots number 3. All right.
Is this?
She's gone to sort of throw it under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
Was that contact? Don't know why you complaining. To Harris.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope the round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the arguing with the ref section, it's time to change ends.
Of ends.
Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round. Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streaker on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse.
Chat.
Don't ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible.
Chat.
Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said,
Chat.
we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible.
Chat, don't look at the boobs! Don't look at the boobs! No!
And women's body, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever.
I didn't show any boobs.
Harris.
So we're okay.
And was that offensive thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to
What a brilliant move.
And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
What?
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping.
Chat, is this what cricket looks like?
The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, we've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
Oh, no.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show.
Oh!
Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at
penis! Penis!
He's running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance.
Penis!
Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over! I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get
penis!
genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not bad.
You go first. You go first.
So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around.
Ruh-roh.
Back to Harris here.
Harris, clinch it!
Be that ball, am I right, ladies?
Yeah, the nudists are rich people protesting.
And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to striker. And striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 bouts. So, here we go. Tommy Harris.
I like it with stonk flavor. Bursting with stonk flavor.
Quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker.
All right, time to score.
And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like...
Oh.
Now, I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see.
Why am I getting babbed on the genitals?
Everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because
no!
These protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Nonsense is going on here. Yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters, absolute wasters. Oh, jog on!
Jog on!
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it?
A mime round.
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Oh.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it.
Harris's ball.
On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's trying to... And the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic... There we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship.
He's crying. Everyone wins!
15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children.
Yeah!
A wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th
what the
and 7th
fuck?
respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there at an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
Oh, fuck.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone.
Are you worried about being a on your children? Are you scared of a long, painful decline in your final years? Of being trapped in your own body as it slowly wastes away?
Yeah?
Or losing your grip on reality?
I am
Well, it
worried
doesn't
about
have to
dementia.
be that way. Now you...
Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit...
How's the game? Good.
Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
Alright.
Postman out.
Oh, censor.
You'll pass on painlessly.
Which one is
surrounded
this?
by those you love, in comfort and luxury. Isn't that what we all
Oh, I
deserve
just
at the
can't
end of
click
a
them.
life
I
well
see.
lived?
I see.
Our expert legal team will help you make all those difficult arrangements.
I understand. I didn't have to turn
Aftercare
it off.
team will help your dependents through the grieving process, ensuring your final wishes are carried out efficiently and compassionately. All absolutely free. Your health service. Your
You know, I think Avance is good, actually.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia.
Oh, Jesus.
We don't believe much of it. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be.
Jesus fuck!
I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know.
Fuck!
People.
Chat, I'm dying!
Many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares
Success!
you?
Arigato!
Really scares you?
Hi, guys.
Hi!
She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look,
Wait.
which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
Beth?
yes, it's camera 4 like that.
When I was 13, me mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. Me granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. And I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been.
I'm getting
fiddled.
recommend.
And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while
I
we were
can't-
watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
It
Sorry
were
for the shit.
awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't.
What?
Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And
are we
she
just
didn't
killing
wanna
all
lose
people?
The children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to.
What do you mean?
The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition
What do you mean?
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity.
Euthanasia!
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. People who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
You've just given me an electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think I'm frying my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
No, yes, sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Well, sorry, I've got zapped again. Can I get a little bit of...
Oh Jesus! I'm dying, chat! I'm dying!
That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
Sorry, the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... Oh, my grandmother with a rusty twat!
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
For fuck's sake!
Don't get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information
Oh,
tonight.
chat, I'm dying!
They need to know.
I'm dying!
You really do move at a
I'm dying!
We're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here.
I'm dying!
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board Final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
Oh, I'm dying!
Do you suffer? So they just...
Wait, I died right at the end?
Good thing.
No! No. Okay. Okay, that's I got all my wages. That's okay. And our shares went up. Great. Oh, our advance went up. Fantastic. You know, it all works out at the end, chat. It all works out in the end. It all works out. Am I winning? Yes. I did electrocute myself to death. Don't worry about that one.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's
What?
Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers.
What?
Alex, we're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Crazy Musings. Advanced Go-Getters. Do we do eternal
This has
use
no
only?
credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I expect you to know the difference. Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't
Do I
see
need
it,
to
can
do
I?
anything else?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5,
COVID
4,
time?
3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Alright,
And
time to
I'm
pick.
Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehug's toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands.
What?
The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their
Get
ears
snuggle
open
fucked,
for the
Jet.
soft steps of safer feet.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much
Viper
time
fetish.
in the Donaldson household.
In response to a nationwide lack of toilet paper, which was of course raided by the Mrs. Snugglehugs to construct their vast hives, many of the nation's adults have turned to a more childish solution, or at least that's their excuse.
Old dogs, new tricks. Bad boy celibacy Johnny Handsleeves announced today that he just can't wait until this lockdown's over so he can start his new career.
It is of course up to each of us to choose how we spend this brief spell of collective unconsciousness. But if this photograph, sent by the man himself, is anything to go by, Johnny seems to be making some interesting decisions with regard to his time at home.
Making his announcement by drunkenly shouting at his neighbours from the steps of his capital accommodation, Johnny was heard to repeatedly yell, "I'm gonna open a fucking florist," before failing to get back inside his house and slipping it off over a low hedge. I'll take a dozen roses, Johnny.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed
outta
to get
here.
a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen-Horgens brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
I like it when they say fuck. Children need to learn the fuck word, not the other.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
What?
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere.
Yeah, let's go!
Bastards think they're above the rest of us. Why not give them a hand in getting there?
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, How we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's
Oh,
not just
wait.
me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. I know many of you feel lost right now. I know I do. Which has nothing to do with the waning support for the government, and I don't know why you keep saying that. We're doing loads, okay? We have scientists looking into the lifespan of lithium batteries. Good ones, too. Not the red wine cures cancer kind. And no,
Red
I
wine
can't
does
tell you
cure
when all
cancer,
this will
chat.
be over. So just stop asking, will you? Let's stop focusing on us and what we're doing and start focusing on you. Because I have some questions for you, actually. Why don't you think the rules apply to you?
That's true. The rules don't apply to me. I'm a
Really think
VTuber.
Sunbathing is classed as exercise. And since when was hummus essential?
It was. It's yummy. I love chickpeas.
Doesn't feel so good, does it? So yes, we've probably made some mistakes. But for now, let's not look at who did what or why. Let's put the full responsibility for this on you.
Oh, okay.
Feel guilty.
I do.
Feel afraid.
I do.
Feel anxious.
Yippee!
Turn on each other if you have to.
Okay.
Over sponges and then go home and stay there and think about what you've done.
Okay.
Just don't turn on us.
Okay.
That won't help anyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ridiculous stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be probing heartthrob reporter Patrick Bannon, while I take a deep dive into some controversial opinions with two familiar faces.
And then, in our third segment, and presumably because our editor is also working from home, there's going to be a bloody quiz.
I can't wait.
Don't do that.
And in a moment, Jeremy Grumpelson and I will be asking controversial CEO Sophia Remington where it all went wrong.
And psychic scientist Dr. Delia Lywell will be joining us, presumably to provide a bit of false hope.
I love false hope.
How you're going to die, Jeremy?
Too late. I'm certain it happened months ago.
That's all coming up on
3,
tonight's
National
2,
Nightly
1.
News.
Go. Oh fuck! Get off here! Mr. Snuggleman!
First tonight, how do we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her villa on the island of San Palmerino is CEO and socialite Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I am loving your hairdo, babe.
And from her crystal heating laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Lower Uppington, Doctor, it says here, Delia Lywell.
Thank you for inviting us on your show.
Us?
Don't. Miss Remington, you're rampaging across the developed world. Your company is worth less than my annual salary, and your country's president recently called you a national disgrace. Have you taken your eye off the ball?
Oh, honey, you're so cute when you're angry. The thing with you folks over there is you have an island mentality.
Oh?
You can't see the bigger picture.
So, what is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is lithium batteries. Our toys have been running for upwards of 71 days now with no signs of them slowing down whatsoever. Imagine what that means for the future.
It means we don't know when the hell this lockdown's going to end, doesn't it? You don't seriously believe Remington's fist can survive this?
Lithium batteries are gonna change everything, tiny ogre. They're gonna power our new transport system, make technology portable. Hell, they might even take us into space.
Oh.
How can you make them with everyone at home?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Thanks to the work of thousands of tiny hands, they're already pouring out the production line.
Slavery! Chat, how do you feel about slavery?
But surely you have no future.
Excuse me, hello, yes, if we might. This is our area of expertise.
What, multinational economics?
Future, Mr. Donaldson, to which we are all connected.
Yeah, okay, I'll bite. Why not? There's clearly nothing better to do. So, what does your scientific process tell you about the future of Sophia Remington, Doctor?
we see her on a balcony. Foreign soil, but not foreign land. An age will pass.
Fascinating.
Wasn't it just?
Delia, you are amazing. We have to fly you out here to the island to do that for my guests. They're gonna love you.
Unfortunately, all flights are grounded because of your tiny, deadly stowaways.
Not all flights, honey. Dee, call me. And you, Maggie. The more the merrier. Bring your swimwear.
Miss Remington, you seem completely ignorant to the seriousness of the situation. Do you take any responsibility at all for the global crisis?
Careful! It's a trap.
It's not a trap. Why are you helping her?
She seems fun.
You bet your ass I'm fun.
Please answer my question, Miss Remington.
Listen, are lithium batteries the most incredible invention the world has ever seen? Probably yes. But
And I swing that.
It is definitely yes. But the
Fucking
will they
hell.
last forever?
These little fuckers, chat.
One day, all the Mrs. Snugglehugs will just stop. It'll be like a miracle. And then we can all go back to the grand tradition of buying products again. Because I really don't mind telling you this. It is really hitting a lot of mine. Except for sponges. We seem to be selling an assload of them.
Dr. Lywell, do you have an indication of when or how this might end?
Well, it's not an exact science.
Not even a real one.
But our senses tell us that there will come a day when there will be clouds in the sky, the grass will be rich and verdant, and the birds will sing at dawn, and that
I
shall
wanna
be the
purchase
day
sponges.
we walk forth again.
I find that strangely comforting.
That could literally be any day.
Well, let's hope it's soon.
Clouds, grass, and birds. That's literally every day.
Let's hope it's not too soon. I'm kind of hoping we can make it to the 100 days. It sounds good on a commercial. Besides, if it lifts now, the children will have to go back to working normal hours.
For 100 then.
No, let's not. Eh?
I'll drink to that. Stay strong and party on.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be reaching out around the country to see what's really happening out there.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these sandwiches.
Well, she's a Hindenburg-sized fuck-up.
I mean, she's fun at a social level.
I wouldn't want to be on her.
Crazy meals, crazy pre-Christmas, extra exciting festive Yuletide Easter extravaganza.
Let's go,
Crazy
crazy!
meals, wit and wisdom. And I'm reaching out through the lens of this camera to say, buddy, if you're listening, build a better life for yourself. You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy deals.
Oh, Dave!
I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get my job back.
Don't take my job!
More of a hunch look.
Don't take my job!
I used to have a ventriloquist act. I cheated, rather, because I trained a dog to talk. You can get down on all fours and yap like a dog for only $27.99 a month. This is a deal with Neil Appeal. As the astronaut once said to me, I had a mission. Sometimes you're the alien and sometimes you're the cow. Hey dude, get off my wife. They wanted to increase recruitment for nuns. Nuns with buns, nuns with guns, nuns with sons. That one didn't go down so much because apparently they're not supposed to have sons. Crazy Bob here to make your life a
Cat,
little
I
more
need a
enjoyable.
crazy face.
Namaste.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Ruth. On the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James' Heights, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I'm gonna buy his book!
I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
Oh, fuck.
The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely,
No!
and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
No!
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well then, I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
What?
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
What?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
To repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn, or to push a beloved family pet.
What?
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual,
what?
hopefully we will appease the great ancient.
What? What the fuck?
Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish
They're in
People
the same place.
Amassing an army to kidnap our children.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh. Meh.
the
Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Brannan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here.
Hello.
I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised?
What are you
Will he
even
die,
saying?
Underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon, Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's, you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound? What the hell's that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
What?
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks, right.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
No, you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fucks! I'm too talented to die! Oh, what the fucking hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
I like I have to censor him dying.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Your children are
He delivered them! Holy... What? Five Nights at Freddy!
Or abandon them to a life of shame and mockery and eventual death.
Where's the
on the
child?
streets. So you sent them to fly with us instead. They're probably safe. But I guess you never know what's lurking in the water.
He's sleeping.
The advanced go-getters.
What?
We can't believe you fell for it.
What do you mean? Fell for
Welcome
what?
Back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win.
4, 3, 2,
and who will National
1.
Nightly lose. Nightly National Nightly News. So, how do we play? Well, joining me as a man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. Actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else? Yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank
Me.
Oops.
This.
What?
Is that? What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Pennies! Sign
We've got everybody
pennies!
waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy.
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman. And my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30...
What?
A clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So...
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct. The colour of my nipples. What is my star sign?
That's a trick question.
I didn't get to know the color of his nipples!
Outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
But...
Unbelievable. That is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Hi, Sonia.
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this
Dude,
game.
theatre people all act like this.
Beef Murder, your coffee cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios,
theatre.
and boarded the cinemas, but they won't
The
get
cinema.
me that easily.
How are you managing without work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is...
Jesus.
Standard stuff.
And can I
Hey,
ask,
Wendy.
where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Yeah! Yeah!
Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rate.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
do
yes,
bear.
right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The
He's
trees
literally
are
me,
closing in.
lads.
He can't even face his salmon, can he? No. But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise, old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Keto!
What do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
And we end... we end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boom.
Get your boombox! Get it!
Hang on. Can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all.
Right.
I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to... endure.
You turn this shitting thing... Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old
Listening.
Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. raccoon who wants to go to
Oh,
the
that's
moon.
me!
He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce.
Yeah!
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire.
Yippee!
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there?
Oops.
That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thanks all for what I'm sure is bound to be a classic of children's entertainment. Let's see how it's really done.
Oh!
Before we wrap up the news tonight,
Oh!
I just wanted to spend a moment talking to you.
Second song!
A final thought, if you will, just for you, Alex. You see, I know you think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something you should know. You like to think you've got the family rules, the feelings are cool, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're
Divorce song! Divorce song! Ah! I moved user! I have no time!
You like to think you've got it under control.
No! Put that song back on!
You clearly love your daughter more. Now Chris and Sam are broken, 'cause you're too scared of the law.
Oh,
And Charlie's getting angry
this is a song about my wife.
behind his bedroom door. But Susie thinks you're perfect with that holiday abroad. And I've gotta say, you clearly love your daughter more. One more time, peaceful night. Yeah, you clearly love your daughter more.
I hate my son!
That's news.
Guilty, I would treat you like a daughter.
That's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca and I'll be naked. I'm Megan Wolf. Have a treacle night. Oh.
Push yourself to your absolute limit with Occupational Hazards, the exclusive new collection. Subscribe today, and every week we'll send you a workplace accident you'll never forget. From the classic trip and fall to the unparalleled heights of gross negligence. This really does have it all. Sign up today, and you or your next of kin could enjoy a disappointing payout. Also included is this vial of real crocodile tears and your your employer's complete lack of responsibility. Every issue comes complete with this companion magazine, containing the important wishes of your colleagues.
No, don't tell me to wake up!
Electroshock collection at your nearest web.
No, I wanted to find out more about the disappointment payments for my workplace accident. Oh, fantastic. Okay, everyone loved me. The world was good. A rude awakening. I do love my daughter. Oh no! I'm in a workplace accident! The rhythmic beeping of your monitor brings you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by a semicircle of concerned faces. Your family by your side. A reassuring familiar sight in these new surroundings. Looking up, Sam's face is a mixture of concern and frustration. Things haven't been great between you two lately, and Chris hasn't been helping things. Looming at Sam's shoulder with a sour expression, it's clear there's no love lost between the two of you. While Sam is clearly worried about you, the family scowl is obvious on both their faces. Thanks for coming, honey. The worry for you wins out and Sam takes your hand and leaning in to kiss your forehead. Of course, sweetheart. I could never have been anywhere else. For the first time, while you both genuinely smile at each other before you look at the rest of your family. Alright. As soon as you turn to look at him, you can see Charlie tense up, his concern clear on his face. You're definitely good, right? He finally asked, not looking away. Of course I am, buddy. Charlie looks at you and grins. One of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fails as you notice your mother stealing listlessly out the window! Despite all your best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. Are you okay, Mom? We can send you to, like, a camp. Your mother stares, call clearly shocking her out of her revelry. She turns to you and smiles. You're grateful to see increasing rear recognition in her eyes. Yes, dear, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod. But before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and ushers everyone out. She asks you what feels like the 100th time how you're feeling. Excellent. There's no sign of any real damage, just a bigger shock of the old system, pardon the pun. Not that would recommend you to do anything like that again, of course. But after the next couple of days of rest at home, you should feel right as rain. Oh, and the private room and care. The doctor gestures to your room, which now looks rather expensive. Has been paid for by a Mr. Boss Man! He left those flowers. He said not to worry and take the rest of the week off. He'll see you Monday, apparently. We still have a job! Job time! Let's ship off Grandma to a camp. You come home from a particularly late shift and find the kitchen light still on, which isn't normally a good sign. Everyone's usually in bed by now. Softly opening the door, you find Sam at the table. Bills and papers are strewn in front of them, as well what looks like to be their second pack of biscuits. Sam frowns and goes back to the bill they're holding. Hey, sweetheart? Just looking at the numbers again. They look to the door to the pantry, now converted into your mother's bedroom. Dude, Grandma lives like me! Grandma lives in a closet just like me! We've been doing our best, but I think Cassandra really needs a nurse to look after her now. Fortunately, with the money that's been coming in and what we've been able to save, we've got more than enough to keep going. Sam smiles at you. I know things have been difficult, and the daily care won't be cheap, but she's your mother. We have to, really, don't we? Let's send her off. Let's send her off. Sam seems somewhat taken aback. Well, she's your mother, Alex. I can't tell you what to do, but I don't think it's what she would want. They hesitate before continuing. But then, maybe she would. She hasn't been her old self for so long. I don't know. It's up to you. This isn't how she would want her final... Yeah, let's send her off. Tomorrow, you'll need to tell the kids. And then book an appointment to the transition center. What else could I have done? Literally nothing. It's for the best. Ship her off. Ship Grandma off. Ciao, Granny. Sam's out of work tonight, and Charlie's staying at a friend's. The house is yours. You order takeaway, have a couple of drinks, and decide to relax in front of the TV. Not a great selection tonight, but surely there's something to watch. Sam's not here. We're gonna make the most of her not being here. Genghis Khan wasn't ever really something you were interested in, but the drama's not half bad. You even learn a few things. Like the fact his name was Tinmujin, who knew? When it's over, you flick through the channels for something else you want to watch, but a glint under the coffee table distracts you. You reach down and receive the mysterious device, remembering Sam's note as you do. As you hold it closer, you're supposed to find the gift's actually an engraved lighter for Chippy. She claims the nickname's affectionate, but Charlie still scowls every time she says it. The accompanying note from Susie explains, Urkistan has a long tradition of glorifying the art of starting fires! My daughter! Thought you'd like it. Don't do anything stupid, Suze. Hopefully it's just a souvenir, not a new pastime he's picked up, or about to pick up. Burn it all down! Burn it all down! Okay. A silence. Oh. Oh.
You're fired.
What for? Facial sabotage?
Jenny, problem? I want her fired today, now.
What?
Don't worry, Kath, it'll be all right.
No, it won't be all right, Kath. Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise you're beginning to sound like me?
I mean it, Kath.
Aww.
Stay where you are, Kath. Jenny?
This is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy, or yours.
It'll be all right. I'll talk to both.
Cat.
Oh, good.
I really like
Tell him
setting
I'll
things
return
on
to
fire.
West Catherine next week.
I really like candles a lot. I'm a fire fan in a normal way.
Kath, you're gonna have to leave.
I think everyone likes fire though.
Ahead.
Fire is cool,
I
yeah.
thought we were part of a team these days.
Oh fuck.
Better, Jeremy.
Crazy Neil.
Stop being so high and mighty and do your job.
You'll have me fine.
Advance.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, there's nothing on the bottom.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing, and even some medicines. But how should we react? We asked the public.
What are your reactions to the sanctions?
Well, it's fucking outrageous.
Oh,
my mind is insulin. Am I supposed to get a transitioned? What's the government doing about it? Eh?
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating stuff.
We hate
Popular
sanctions.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has released a reassuringly brave statement in response to the World Council's controversial announcement.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous. We are a democratically elected
we're getting
government
hacked.
with massive popular support. We do not recognise these sanctions, and we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both resist and ignore them. Advance have struck fear into the heart of the international community.
Oh, fuck.
By showing that it is possible to have radical change for the betterment of the many. And whilst I wish we could improve other countries as much as we have our own, we do not rely on the help of others to thrive. This country is entirely self-sufficient. We are a team.
Are we quitting the EU?
Now more than ever. And this team is on your side. Thank you.
What the fuck is that rattling?
Defiant stuff. But what
We
do you,
feel-
the public, think of our government's stance? Robin Shaw.
Oh, we're
found out.
government
Hi
cocksuckers.
there. I was wondering if you could spend a moment to give us your thoughts on the government.
Honestly, I think they're doing a great job. I know the
Pog!
assets and world checks have made the difference for us for the cost of the little one.
And people seem, happier in the main. I always said things would get better with a woman in charge.
A whole lot of problems.
Feminism?
Protests were held today at the controversial construction site for Remington's Fist's physics-defying MOOBS project.
MOOB.
Since digging straight through the earth began 6 months ago, the project has been beset by problems, including localized tremors and the heat deaths of many of the workforce.
Residents of the nearby town of Calamity they converge on the construction site with sincere, if misspelled, placards, demanding a suspension of digging until safety checks can be carried out.
Of course, that's half a world away. But what does this country think? Patrick?
We're pro-moobs.
How do you feel about the MOOBS project?
Oh my god, I love Sophia Remington. Imagine a tunnel straight through the planet. That's the idea we need. Oh, she's a visionary.
The delicate sound of thunder. A frightening start for commuters this morning, who were confronted by a somewhat sinister sight as they left their trains.
Many travellers reported feeling intimidated by the silent figures who stood motionless outside every major station in the capital. Radical extremist group Disrupt, who organised the show of
We
strength,
hate
refused to
Disrupt.
comment on the meaning of the
The
strange
grooming
protest.
my
I
daughter!
want to apologise to this presenter for making him drop his morning bagel in surprise.
But how do we feel about these somewhat radical extremists and their upsetting methods? Robin found out.
Get out of
Can I
here!
ask your opinions on Disrupt?
Are those the guys in black with the orange fist thing?
That's right.
Can I be honest?
Of course. This is journalism.
They scare me a bit.
Injury time? Fierce rival doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensford today sent a joint statement to the service appealing for an urgent shipment of supplies.
After breaking into two warring factions, things seem to have gone from bad to worse for the ill-fated
We hate
expedition.
them. I hate
They look
cave
like they could
divers,
use some
chat.
supplies, Jeremy.
Or possibly a peace negotiator.
But with the pair arguably being their own worst enemies,
Whenever I
how
see
should we
people
feel
like
about
crawling through
sending the
caves,
resources they need
like,
to carry
it
on?
scares
Patrick
me.
Bannon found out.
How do you feel about sending supplies?
No fucking way.
Oh fuck.
Let them kill each other. I've got to learn something. Work with my kids.
Truing!
Applications
Truing!
finally opened today for the new Advanced Team Membership Cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations.
I love
including
the
police,
government
banks,
having
and vitally,
identification numbers for everything I do.
there's no
Thank
choice,
you,
Jeremy.
Social
all seems too
Security.
good to be true.
And Social
Well,
Security
we've always been
is
the
for the
same.
people.
But most importantly,
Please keep
what
this
should
in
you,
mind,
the
chat.
public, think about the new team membership cards?
Team membership cards.
Oh yeah, fantastic. I'm applying today. I mean, why wouldn't you? What are these protesters doing that they don't want us to know who their names are? Besides, have you seen the savings you can get? I'm getting one for the little one as well. How adorable. Yeah, gonna be a proper little team member, aren't you?
I love
Yes.
using one number
Smile.
that
You smile.
governments can use to
And
identify
finally
me
tonight,
to
getting
say all
stuck
my
in
activities.
In a shameless attempt to cash in on his bad boy status, shamed celebrity Johnny Hamsleeves announced a new line of real ale at a press conference earlier today.
The new brew, entitled Headbutt Ale,
Oh,
in
we love
reference
this.
to his controversies of last year, promises a night you'll pretend you regret.
Or possibly a night you'll pretend you remember.
So what should we all think of Johnny's latest attempt to market his notoriety? Patrick?
Oh my god, fantastic!
Wise words there.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay Zus. And then we'll both be chatting with a familiar team of thespians set to take the nation by storm again.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Oh, I'm getting hack command. Dude, why do I get hack command all the time? Could really go without getting hack command. No. Oh, you're so cute. Stop getting hack command. Oh, whoa.
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive and potentially illegal sanctions should be imposed upon this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel, and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Tonight we have guests from across the continent to discuss this unprecedented situation. For advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lamfordshire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
Oh, I don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Troll.
joining us
Can
is
I get
Ivan
a hell
Bobic,
yeah,
Foreign Minister
brother?
of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
It's a great pleasure. You, Megan Wolf, are like strongest guard at Labour camp who wake up inside body of crazy, expensive prostitute. In my country, you would be worshipped as a god.
Okay. Minister, as one of those arguing most strongly for these sanctions, how do you feel about Advance's defiant stance?
Vance is like man who think he have big career in movies land, when actually he in dirty sanitarium, screaming at mirror and holding tiny penis in hand.
He's clearly not from Svenland, then. We have like some of the cleanest mental health facilities in the continent, yeah.
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo, Björk.
Minister of
I'm sorry, you
Mojo.
don't appear to have your surname.
It's just Björk, yeah. We don't use things like socially divisive surnames here.
Björk.
Minister?
It's just Björk, yeah.
Right, Björk. Your country spoke in favour of Advance at the World Council today, but you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual vote.
Well, what a surprise. The hippies didn't show up for the fight.
Actually, that's quite racist, because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole, like, vote thing, yeah, but it's actually the Festival of Feuerland here at the moment, where we honor the old generations. So, like, we all had to work our grandparents clean, yeah, whilst the vote was happening, and that's, like, a really, really time-consuming process, actually.
You're like sissy man. You have this expression, sissy man? Is like man with tiny penis who like to wash more than once a week.
Actually, that's quite homophobic, yeah,
Oh,
because...
stop winding him up. Ivan, we're not back at the Grange now. Sorry, Jeremy. Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
Yeah, he always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
Peter, you're like man with tiny penis who think he have tiny penis, but actually he discovered that. Oh, could it be? Oh, his tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that when the rest of the world
I
sees
don't-
how well we're doing, they'll notice all that dosh that he's got squirreled away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. It can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Svenland, we have, like, serious animal welfare legislation. And, like, my friend Helga, she got arrested, yeah, for killing a butterfly that was hovering over her fuel thing. I mean, in English, jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl called Jan Sandwich. A rat cracker, too. I wonder what became of her.
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
That's human interest, Jeremy. The real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching, Jan, give us a call. Yeah. Let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first, eh?
Peter, you're like man trying to empty ashes of mistresses into oncoming vent. Soon you have tiny penis and beard full of secrets.
In Svenland, we don't really go into all that restrictive monogamy stuff. You know, we're kind of fluid, actually.
Okay, well, it seems that we are running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen, with the people of this country facing shortages and power
Possible shortages and power outages.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Possible shortages
Possible.
and power outages.
Maybe. Hypothetically,
Can you
Chad.
summarize your thoughts for us, Minister Björk?
Well, from here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid really arguing about outdated divisive concepts like money. In Svenland, we replaced currency with a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like really hard to sanction, actually.
Thank you, Minister.
Your country is like man who think he invented perfect trap for giant Newton hairy bear, when really he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here,
Oh.
Jeremy.
Hello.
Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't even lose a wink of sleep.
You told me to be
The rest
afraid
of
like
the
2
world
days ago.
react this way, and we're ready. As my old man used to say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toilets.
Thank you, Prime Minister. We'll be back
after these messages.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
Thank you for the correction.
Well, you have to be more careful.
Furniture, some garden furniture, patio furniture with some garden furniture next to it.
Let's go crazy!
Garden furniture that looks like a cello. Garden furniture that looks like a car. Garden furniture that looks like garden.
Yeah, we should do moves after this. Oh.
Censorship.
Oh.
Should show up in blue.
Oh.
Same as regular censoring.
Why are there people outside?
Keep an eye out for the advanced blue waveform.
Okay. Time to do some censorship chat. Yippee!
This is a crazy deal from a crazy midsummer deal. No from no, home from home. We got more than 7 now, because we've got men with trombones. We've got reclining giants. We've got crazy garden gnomes with glasses. What's all that about? If you've got a loved one and you want them buried in your back garden, come on down, a crazy deal, because we've got a headstone for you. And guess what? It's 50% off engraving. I'm not even making a profit. I'm making a loss. Get around to the crazy Neil Deal Summer Deal Show.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm Megan Wolf. Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's
Let's go,
joined by a
Jeremy!
very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honour and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth.
What?
Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus!
Look, it's Jesus!
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a real honor to be here on your show, The News. You know, as a kid on the streets,
I don't know why I got
walking
angry
through a
at
window
me.
of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand you.
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop soon after I was born. Elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically. Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
What a tale. What a tale. You're known for your direct and honest lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said, I
Jesus.
I try not to talk about it. It's just too hard.
Of course.
But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as a de facto leader.
I like this guy.
Anyway, we were like a family.
So it would seem.
Oh.
Recently, you've been quite outspoken about the government.
Yeah, fuck the government.
Oh.
Fuck Advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so vehemently?
Well, you know, they stole from us. They're taking our money and spending it, man.
Redistributing it. Actually,
Uh-oh.
homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
These people are gonna go sent to the treatment
Yeah.
center.
Nah, of course, man. Very much so. I just mean, like, why do I have to pay for it, you know?
You don't. People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Look, yeah. I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing, and I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Would you say you worked harder than, say, a farmer or a care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
I gotta censor
Only to help,
harder.
say, vulnerable children, Mr. Cheese Slice.
What is it you're trying to say?
Uh-oh.
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of a
Or
like...
maybe it's hereditary.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself.
He's historically wealthy!
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is, with his hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh no, I'm gonna do something a little different. It's a new
Uh-oh.
single I've been working on.
Oh, so this is unapproved, is it?
Yeah, you love it.
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art censorship system. What's the worst that could happen? So here he is with a new song. It's Jesus.
First, you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel the elation for your participation. Still two leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julie Ellis require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your
Oh, I gotta censor so much.
And I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams. So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Get every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive. But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention. I like to eat a little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise of the crest of the wave. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens motherfucking head. Cause it's fake, the shit, he's got a job, he's unfaithful. It's time to stone a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. So this is for the snubs, ones the push and the shove, ones the folks that feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones, ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley, the ones who now finding that their bank accounts are empty, the ones of aspiration who had to flee a nation, the ones who built a business out of dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glance to see we're not all equal. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. And the best of the praise of the press of the way.
It's a banger.
We're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's fake as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to stone a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Get out of your seats, get your asses in the streets.
Requiring a lot of censorship.
Take your hate to go getters, you're squilling bet getters, and burn them on the paras of advances fucking letters.
Ruh-roh.
Gonna take his facts, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's fake as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to stone a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Chase that dream, you don't need a fucking team. And advances, little dances aren't as harmless as it seems. Cause they're stale and corrupt, then you're angry.
Hobby, I'm trying to censor all of this. Okay, thank you. Cry more wealth, man.
Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your lyrics.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home that this was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh,
I cannot believe it.
I did on purpose.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral, unbiased, and independent of any.
Oh, I'm gonna play the ad right after this.
You have my word. We will never censor ideas. Back to you, Megan.
Well, a bit of dangerous language there. Sorry about that. Well, thank you to little Jeremy.
I'm gonna play the ad right after.
Coming up, we'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
That's the ad.
Just a reminder, fixing that old VCR.
No, this is ridiculous. Who's up on
Last ad break.
This is just a mix-up, I'm sure. Now, if you come with me, I really do have to ask
Oh,
you to
trust me.
leave it.
My father's going to hear about this.
I understand. This is unbelievable, Megan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
Uh-oh.
So, right here in the territory.
Look.
Your entitlements book will be coming to you.
I'm
by
buying
post
American
in the next
Made.
few days, and it will let you claim enough food for the week every week at one of our many new distribution centers.
Oh.
Everyone will get their fair share, and no one will be left behind.
Thank
so
you.
You can carry on coming together to enjoy life.
Look
and
at
make
him.
wonderful
If we
memories.
could just get you in position.
Oh, say no more.
Say no more.
We all pool
Jeremy,
our
you
resources
remember
and
Mr.
come
Algebra?
together.
Vividly.
And Mr. Harris, and this is Ms. Raiden.
What?
Philippa, please.
We're back together again, eh? Who
Oh.
thought it?
Oh, it's the guy.
What a demon.
Yes, it is.
It's
awfully
the
exciting,
shit
isn't it?
again.
Right, okay then. We're going live in 10 seconds, opening on camera 1.
Sorry. Cheers.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And no, you're not mistaken. Sitting across from us are some very familiar faces.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Here to talk about his new
Oh,
show,
I did
we're
not
joined
switch
by
off.
National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's Philippa Raiden, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
It's so lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about
What is
my
that
life.
jersey?
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs akimbo, mid-session, sweat is pouring out of me like an immense hog. And then Cindy comes in, she says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh.
Is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby, see? He says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation? How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff, the question on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said that I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic.
Are we
I
gonna
ripped
make
my
some
trousers off and
propaganda?
got straight to work.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right, Tommy, sorry, would you just give us a sense of what the show is actually about?
It's about how hard it's been for me.
No,
and some of the
no,
struggles that
I
I've faced.
wouldn't.
It's like really get into the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris. Jesus, that was hard.
It's catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes
all my
scenes
best work
from
happens with
life,
my pants off.
as well as epic
It's called
fantasy
streaming
retellings
as a
of
VTuber.
scenes from my life.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son. But you're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back to the hells!
Wow. Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris?
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres, Megan. And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into.
What's different about this show, then?
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap opera
I
or,
love
God forbid,
yogurt.
a pantomime. But, you know, this show has really let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show?
Oh, good question. I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my steady hand on the tiller, my arm round the shoulder approach that's really brought the production from strength to strength.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our rock.
Can you give us a sneak peek of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah, all sorts. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
Oh. Yeah!
You'll never take the sacred pass!
And am I right in saying this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, was actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
Thank you, government money.
Goodness, and you do this every night.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor.
For what?
Death.
And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right they are. Between the cost of my tour bus and the dry cleaning of my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves? We're performing all over the nation. And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Thank you.
It's unbelievable, Megan.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no doubt you'll have taken our jobs.
Oh no!
That's all we have time for tonight.
They're gonna take their jobs.
The world's most attractive horse. I'm
What?
Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from all of us here, have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
I gotta learn about moves.
We must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
Hi, I'm multi-billionaire Sophia Remington.
Hi,
You
Sophia!
wish you could be me.
I do.
Recently, I put an idea to my science guys, and they said it couldn't be done. So
Okay.
I fired those guys. and I
Yay!
got myself some new ones. And today, I'm pleased to announce that we at Remington's Fist have come up with a solution to a problem all globe hoppers share.
Jeez, I love our foreign vacations, Janet, but I just hate flying.
I know what you mean, Brad. It takes so long, and it can be pretty scary.
Well, let's face it, it's pretty inefficient, Janet, going all the way around
She
the
does.
planet. There has to be a better way.
Don't worry, young professionals. Now there is. Why go around our beautiful planet when you can go straight through it? Imagine a system of mass transit elevators running through the center of the Earth. Now you're thinking moves. My mobile orientation operational burrowing service will change the way you travel forever. And construction has already begun.
Thank you.
I'm Sophia Remington. And when they tell me it can't be done, I make it happen even faster.
Beautiful. Oh, I got a bonus. Holiday time. Beautiful. Thank you, Avance. Chat, I think I'm gonna end it here today. Mostly because I don't know how long this game is gonna be. And I do want to finish it. Ladies Fun of Elmo? Yes. Well, because this is the boring project. I don't know if you remember, chat, but there was meant to be a tunnel that Elon Musk was supposed to make that like would replace trains, and then it was just a bunch of Cybertrucks in a tunnel, and it would revolutionize. Yeah, 8 hours. Okay, then we're definitely not finishing tonight. Hold up, let me choose. We have Patreon tomorrow, and then Hacklock return. Yeah, Vegas to LA. Yeah, it's just a Tesla Model S. Cybertruck wasn't out yet. Well, it's a bunch of cars in the tunnel. So we get bonus Yozo. I will be back on Saturday. Weekend Yozo. Then playing next week is pretty open. We might be able to finish this. And then it's only 2 additional lanes. We need more lanes, brother. We need more lanes. Freedom is only 4 lanes away, chat. Yours will open. Yeah, so we will finish this and then maybe I'll be able to actually do something with my life. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna put more thought into next week. When next week happens. But for now, thank you for coming, chat. I hope you... I'm gonna hit the save and quit so I remember to save. How have you been enjoying Not for Broadcast? Would you like to see the rest of it? Or is this something that's too political and you say, Yozo, play it off stream? I'm really enjoying it, personally. It won a BAFTA, chat. It won a BAFTA. BAFTA this pants grab. Yozo pretty silly. I'm gonna send you, chat. I'm gonna send you to Jits, because I think Jits only just came back from hell. But thank you for coming, gamers. I hope you had a poggers time. Thank you for bearing with a shorter stream. I am still not feeling it, but we will do our best. Yeah, back from house move. Yeah. I think it'll be good to go see Jits and say, hi Jits, welcome back to streaming. Thank you. It doesn't feel too political.
Slaves were just in prettier cages.
That's a media literacy moment. This is quite political, friends. Okay, good night everyone. Oyasumi. I will see you either on Patreon tomorrow or we'll be taking long taglock on Sunday.